Hello, kids. Let's learn about the laws of motion.
I know you all can learn it for sure. All of you little munchkins are genius.
Let's get started. There are 3 laws of motion. First law of motion is the simplest of all. The first law states that an object at rest will remain at rest, and an object in motion will continue in motion with the same speed and in the same direction, unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This concept is also known as the law of inertia. To simplify, let's look at an example. A snowboarder gliding on ice will keep moving at a constant speed and direction until acted upon by an unbalanced force, like friction or an external force. As soon as the force is removed, the snowboard will stop. In basketball, the external force is the player's hand, which exerts a force on the ball to make it bounce back up after it hits the ground. In the case of a curling stone sliding on ice, the unbalanced force acting upon it is friction, which slows it down until it stops. The question is, what is inertia? Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist changes in its state of motion. It is a property of matter that describes an object's resistance to changes in its velocity. The more massive an object is, the greater its inertia. For example, when a moving bus stops, we get a jerk because body wanted to continue its state of motion due to inertia. Let's move to Newton's second law of motion. The acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the net force acting on the object and inversely proportional to its mass. This means that the greater the force applied to an object, the greater its acceleration will be, and the heavier the object, the slower its acceleration will be. We can grasp the concept by looking at the baseball player. A baseball player can hit the ball farther and harder by swinging the bat with a greater force, and by using a lighter bat, which reduces the mass of the bat ball system. There is a formula representing this phenomenon. F is equal mass of the object multiplied by acceleration, and their product gives the applied force acting on the body. For example, when a quarterback throws a football, the force of the throw is proportional to the mass and acceleration of the ball. In case of a hockey player, when a hockey player hits a puck with their stick, the force of the impact is proportional to the mass and acceleration of the puck. Here is the third law of motion, which is interesting of all. The third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This means that if one object exerts a force on another object, the second object will exert an equal and opposite force back on the first object. For instance, when a skier pushes against the snow with their skis, the snow exerts an equal and opposite force back on the skier's skis, pushing the skier forward. When we look at ice track skater, when an ice track skater pushes their foot backwards on the ice exerts an equal and opposite force forwards on the skater's foot. In water flyboarding, the rider holds onto a hose that is connected to a watercraft, which provides the jet of water that lifts the board into the air. Let's observe this phenomenon in a rocket. When a rocket engine burns fuel, it produces hot exhaust gases that are expelled out of the rocket nozzle at high speed. This is the action force. The force of the rocket pushes the exhaust gases out the back. The force of the exhaust gases pushing the rocket forward. This reaction force is what propels the rocket upwards. See, it's easy. Thank you for watching. I know you all will ace it.